From Cakeland, this is Emmy award-winning Cake News.
Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. It's a problem that has skyrocketed for more than a decade now, copper theft.
But what can be done to prevent it? Cake's Annette Lawless shows us one district attorney's plan to reduce copper thefts. It's today's big story at 4.
The Sedgwick County District Attorney says that his office addresses a number of hot topics throughout the year. But one problem has never touched as many people as an issue right here in the community, driving dozens of people to come out here to talk about it in West Wichita.
No, I'm serious. They'll find bed space for this farmer, but they won't for a meth head.
Business owners, farmers, and other leaders gather to talk about concerns with metal thefts.
We try, and other things come back up.
We know where they live. We know who they are.
And in a public forum this morning, many unleashed their frustrations.
In the daylight, he's out there cutting wire. You pull up to him, ask him what the hell he was doing. He says he's looking for a place to hunt. Can you imagine hunting for copper on our irrigator?
15, 20 minutes after we got hit, with the name, address, license numbers, everything. Filed a report, no follow-up, nothing.
Yet DA Mark Bennett is hoping to change that. This past year, he took a metal theft bill to Topeka. It didn't pass, but he's passionate to fixing the issue, which often crosses state lines.
I'll be honest with you, I've not seen any silver bullets in any other jurisdictions. There's no one who's figured out the way to put an end to this. So it's an ongoing issue and one we're going to have to continue to fight for years.
And Mr. Bennett says that they are working on revamping that bill and taking it back to legislatures this next session. And in the meantime, other people are also working on a petition to take up to Topeka. In West Wichita, Annette Lawless, Cake News.
Our 5 powerful radar sweeps, tracking, alerting, protecting. Cake First Alert.
Well, let's go live to Cake's First Alert Doppler HD. A band of light to moderate showers north to south, crosstown, approaching I-135. Let's kind of back out the view a little bit. The line of showers that we had with a moderate rainfall occasionally, that has pushed off to the east, now from DeGraff over towards Hopkins Switch, El Dorado, between Augusta and Leon now, along US 400 and down towards Douglas. Let's track this over the past 30 minutes. You can see its motion towards the east, but this is not going to be the last round of rain and thunder. Let me expand the view a little more down to the south. Heavier rainfall that's about to move into Winfield and Ark City, currently on the turnpike just north of the Oklahoma state line. You get up to the north and east, the showers really much lighter, but some occasional heavier rainfall. Going to be approaching the Cassidy exit of the turnpike here. You go up the Flint Hills over towards US 56 in Hillsboro, that eventually over towards Council Grove. As we look off well to the west, see the scattered showers and thunderstorms developing in eastern Colorado. This will be increasing in activity and moving back into western Kansas. So we're going to start to see more rain and thunderstorms develop out west, and even down into Oklahoma. Lines of thunderstorms will be moving in. So yeah, even though the rain's tapering off now in Wichita, we are not finished with our rain chances for the rest of the night. 74 degrees thanks to the scattered showers and the cloud cover. With sunshine, it's 81 right now in Hayes, 79 in Garden City, Goodland, also in Colby. 76 at 5 and 6 o'clock, also at 7, with chances for on again, off again, mostly light rain showers. The chance for a thunderstorm returning to Wichita will be increasing later on overnight. We're tracking that chance coming up.
All right, Jay, thank you. An Uber new phone app has made its way to Wichita. It is a car ride service called Uber. Cake's Ben Jordan is here now to explain how it all works. New at 4. Ben?
David, it's an app that's been making its way around bigger cities across the country for 5 years, and today it started in Wichita. So I downloaded the app and gave it a try. You type in your location and destination. The app finds the closest driver to you and they pick you up. It's quite a bit different from a taxi cab. First, drivers use their own vehicles and you pay through your credit card, which is set up in the application. A city spokesperson told me the city is currently reviewing this service, but says Uber won't break Wichita taxi regulations for having a central office or radio dispatch system. The reason is because it's not considered a taxi since there's no meter. My driver from today, Teresa Reneker, says she's had to go through a strict application to try to make sure customers are safe when they're with their drivers.
They do a background check and a driver's license, and then they do your vehicle registration, insurance. You take pictures of the vehicle. The vehicle can't be older than 4 years.
Reneker told me Uber is providing a free ride this weekend to people in Wichita who download the app.
Pretty interesting.
It is.
Thank
We'll have
you,
to
Ben.
try it out.
Yeah, without a doubt. Investigators discovered the cause of a fire that damaged a Kansas fraternity house.
Cake's Susan Peters here now with news covering Cakeland.
That's right. Fire investigators say the fire at the University of Kansas frat house caused by improperly disposed of smoking materials. The Tuesday on the 3rd floor of the Sigma Chi fraternity house caused an estimated $150,000 in damage. Fraternity members say a bathroom and bedroom sustained the most damage. No injuries were reported. An Oklahoma man dies in an accident in north central Kansas. Happened last night on Kansas Highway 9 in Phillips County. Troopers say 70-year-old Glenn Rowell lost control of his car. It hit a fuel entrance and went airborne. Powell died from his injuries today. A 2-year-old housing incentive program in Hutchinson may be allowed to expire. The new construction program, created amid a housing slump, it offers a property tax rebate for any new home bought since January 21st of 2013. The housing program manager says the program was rarely used and did not spur new housing in the city. A group of residents in northeast Kansas trying to bring a movie theater back to town. The Twin Theater in Hiawatha closed after voters in April rejected an initiative to fund the construction of a new city-owned theater. Well, now a nonprofit group has launched a fundraising drive to buy and renovate the theater. A second proposal to fund a city-owned movie theater will be on the ballot in November. If it passes, plans to renovate the Twin will end. And remember, folks, we're covering Cakeland 24/7 on our web channel. That would be cake.com. Deb?
All right, thanks, Sue. Time now for a look at the felon of the day. The Sedgwick County Sheriff's Office is looking for David Whitehead. He is wanted on a probation violation for aggravated battery and domestic battery. If you can help find him, call 1-800-222-TIPS or go to WichitaCrimeStoppers.com.
A new report says most colleges aren't offering students enough help in understanding student loans. The report says financial issues are one of the top reasons students drop out of college. 2 Kansas State University professors helped write the paper, which outlines ways to educate students about the financial burden posed by school loans. The paper also identifies a need for financial education programs at universities, which many schools don't have. Time now for a look at what's going around Cakeland health-wise this week. Via Christie Clinic physicians in West Wichita seeing patients with sore throats, migraines, and also sinus issues. They are also seeing sports injuries and back-to-school type sniffles and coughs. Doctors at Murdoch Immediate Care are seeing patients with migraines, allergies, and sports injuries.
All right, question for you. How many of you are actually playing fantasy football right now? Well, guess what? You are breaking the law. That's right. The Kansas Gaming and Racing Commission says it is illegal to participate in a fantasy sports league if it involves the elements of a prize, chance, and consideration. We talked to several people who play fantasy football this afternoon. They were surprised by what we told them. Did you realize this is illegal here in Kansas?
I did not.
Yeah. And now that you hear that, what do you think?
Not really going to affect me much. It's too fun to stop now, and people have been doing it for too long to, I'm sure, care.
Forbes magazine even ran an article on the Kansas law titled "Kansas Takes Steps to Outlaw Fantasy Football. Bad News for Yahoo, CBS, and the NFL." But I talked to the Kansas Gaming Commission today. A spokeswoman says fantasy football has been illegal in our state for at least the last 5 years.